Alex, this is the dumbest video you're making me do.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
I got nothing but love for you, honey.
Let's do this, I guess. Whew. Being a VTuber is stupid sometimes. Now, when I'm trying to say all this, it's the same as being a voice actor. Everything in the cliques gets to be very murky, with people trying to misunderstand your shit, to where no one gets it right. You're always either the victim, or the villain, or the person that people want to coddle. There's never any gray areas for anybody. We're all labeled something. And from the last two videos, it's definitely on that same tip, to where although I am pointing out stuff from a leveled perspective nowadays, it wasn't always the case. Case in point, we're going into something that is fresh and new, but still is in that weird gray spectrum, which, if you guys are reading the title that Alex is making me do for this one, like all these other episodes, we're talking about Nomadic Whovian. Nomadic Whovian is a brand new person that sprung into my life out of nowhere, where, truth be told, I don't have any actual problems with them. They're fine. It's just how we communicate, there's some crossed wires. And this is to better explain it than how it's actually taken. So, I met Whovi during a time where I was still going through separation stuff. The separation is no one else's concern, just that's the setup. In that whole case, my shit's all over the place. Like that zombie cricket outside my house. So, begs the big question about just what is like all of the actual emotions when all is said and done. Truth be told, I do like Whovi. Is it more than that? I don't fucking know. I'm naturally a flirtatious person. It is not on purpose. I'm just naturally flirtatious, to where I find everyone to be beautiful. Everyone is attractive. Everyone is whatever. It's not to be mean, it's just literally I find everyone to be beautiful. Is that mean? I don't fucking know. It's late, y'all. It's late. But how we were conversing was a little bit damning in various spots. First big thing was just how we wanted to talk about stuff came from different viewpoints, which causes misunderstandings, which is something we're going to circle back to in just a moment. That's just point A. Point B was just how our different experiences have painted something for ourselves that neither one of us could really understand properly. These 2 points go into why she and I have the dumbest feud, when I have more feuds with various celebrities I could tell you about, but I'm under different things with lawyers to never talk about publicly, where our whole feud stems from the fact of I accidentally drew legitimate porn of her VTuber model. That is where this is stemming from. I accidentally was just trying to do a stencilization that went wrong. The stencil in question was just, she has her VTuber model as a Gallifreyan from Doctor Who, obviously, from the name. So it was just going to be, the Sonics have a whole stun feature in this fan art I was doing rough sketches of. I couldn't settle on something, and if you guys know me, if I'm not satisfied, I trash the shit, I burn it, I erase it, I just get rid of it entirely. But this one, I accidentally had the Sonic in the nameless character's hand not look like a Sonic and more like an adult toy, and the sweat, the way it was looking, did not look like sweat. So I was embarrassed, And all I wanted to do, because I felt bad about what I did, was state that I accidentally drew porn in these rough sketches. Because, as many people know me for, if I do something by accident when I'm trying to keep a promise to you and you're wondering where it is, I'm trying to give you relayed information about, I'm sorry, I made these mistakes, I'm still working on the stuff, do not worry. To where I figured at this point, everyone that has gotten to know me, at least to a small degree, would at least be like, oh, okay, they're just an artist telling me a mistake happened. It happens like this. Not Whovian. Whovian was one of the few rare exceptions of people that wanted to shoot first about, I want to see the lewd art. Because she thought it was just lewd. And from a previous story I've shared with you guys on my own personal storytelling channel, I have not had the best of luck sharing certain stuff to where it does get twisted out of context to where I end up the villain. So I didn't want to share anything I already erased because, one, I already have undue trauma from people trying to flip the script on me for a bunch of stuff that led into very heavy consequences for my own health, and I don't want to risk that because I don't trust people like that anymore. And two, I don't like showing my mistakes unless it's in my personal YouTube videos. Unlike this thing, Alex, why are we making this? So we kept having this back and forth for days of me not wanting to show her the art, and I tried telling her this, and her response triggered something in my brain of like, this is why I don't really like to converse with a lot of people, because it made me feel like me trying to share my discomfort wasn't respected. I know for her it wasn't from that whole spectrum for herself about how it is. Like, I think she just really wanted to see the artwork and didn't see the problem that I was seeing, but it wasn't conveyed the best because of, well, it's hard to understand tone from text. So, again, that's from a long time ago video, but yeah, I wanted to just confront her about it, but the more I kept thinking about just how to say it, just sounded angrier and angrier, and I don't want to be angry anymore. So I decided the best thing to do was to leave her Discord, because I wasn't about to say something out of pocket I was going to regret. And then she wanted to have a different response to it instead of just trying to, I guess, ask fully about why. Well, to be fair, I left beforehand, but that's for another reason I'm not going to get into, because, woo! So I try to explain about how, from my perspective, it wasn't the best way to respond to why I was not happy with her, and she decided to, in her own way, take it as if I was making her the villain, and we've been feuding ever since. So normally from this, where it's, Beast Rant, the show for an ulterior motive between me and Alex, it's supposed to come with a lesson, but honestly, I got nothing, because this feud is silly. This is the most irately dumb feud I've been a part of as of recently. And honestly, I kind of want it to end because it serves no purpose. It literally serves no purpose. But for anything else I could really state, whoever's editing this, you know the sound thing I want you to put just to close out this video, because Whovian, I hope you know.
I got nothing but love for you, honey.
Whatever.